Hey friends, have you heard that OpenAI has a super mysterious ghost project going on internally? The rumor is that this thing can predict what we're gonna do next. Wow, it sounds like science fiction coming true, right? But today, we're gonna take a closer look at what this ghost actually is. Spoiler alert, it's not a single product at all, but a super strategy that has been hiding in plain sight. Let's first talk about whether AI is revolting from servant to partner. First, let's understand a core concept. So far, the AI we are familiar with, like ChatGPT that you are using now, is a reactive AI. What does this mean? Reactive AI is like an old British butler. You ring a bell and say, "Jeeves, get me some tea." He will bow and say, "Yes, sir," and then go get the tea. He will never bring you tea before you ring the bell. You must be the driver. But what OpenAI is working on is called proactive AI. Proactive AI is like a super partner who has a telepathic connection with you. You just finished a long meeting, your lips are a little dry, and the thought of being thirsty just flashed through your mind, and he has already handed you a cup of tea at the perfect temperature. Do you see? Reactive AI responds to your commands, while proactive AI anticipates your needs and takes action proactively. This is not a small upgrade. It is a fundamental subversion of the human-computer relationship over the past 50 years. We are handing over some of the initiative from ourselves to AI, the Ghost Trident. It's actually already hidden in your computer. So how does OpenAI achieve this proactive goal? They didn't secretly build a ghost AI, but rather released a strategic trident, and you might already be using some of these three things. First is the sensor, which is the eyes and ears, ChatGPT, Atlas browser. Proactive AI needs to understand you before it can predict you, right? It needs a huge historical database. The Atlas browser does just that. Its core function is browser memory. With your consent, it can see and remember all the websites and information you have visited. This is crucial. Previous AIs were like being locked in a box, completely unaware of what you were doing online. The Atlas browser is the pair of eyes that OpenAI extends, and it is frantically collecting data. Next is the initiator, which is the voice, ChatGPT Pulse. With data, it has to proactively talk to you, and Pulse is that voice. This is an asynchronous proactive update service that analyzes all your memories and chat records, and then proactively sends you personalized, targeted updates without your prompting. For example, it will proactively tell you, "Hey, I found 3 new pieces of information for the project you were looking at yesterday." Isn't that cool? Finally, there's the actor, which is the hands, agent mode. It's not enough to just see and talk, it has to be able to do things. This is the agent mode. This thing is the hands of AI. It can autonomously browse websites, click buttons, and fill out forms to help you complete multi-step tasks. Okay, let's connect the dots. OpenAI uses Atlas, which is the eyes, to observe you, uses Pulse, which is the voice, to proactively suggest things to you, and then uses agent mode, which is the hands, to execute tasks for you. See, a proactive ghost that can see, speak, and act is complete. Some friends might say, "What's new about this? Google search can also predict what I'm going to search for, right?" Oh, this is completely different. Google's is called autocomplete. Its technical core, to put it bluntly, is prefix matching. It just guesses what the next word you are going to type will be. For example, if you are typing "how to cook," it just gives you a predicted list of .eggs based on everyone's popular searches. It is a query matching tool. But OpenAI's proactive AI doesn't guess your words. It executes your goals. It's more like an AI assistant that simulates step-by-step thinking, helps you analyze, synthesize, and structure information, and even guides you to overcome hesitation. The smell of gunpowder behind this is too strong. Did you know that research in July 2025 found that although many people use ChatGPT for research, when they actually spend money, such as buying things, they still go back to Google to search for confirmation? This leads to a trust gap, and OpenAI cannot get the most valuable last-click attribution. Now you understand why OpenAI wants to create this ghost ecosystem, right? Their goal is that when my agent mode is reliable enough, you won't even need to go to Google to confirm. You just tell the AI, "Place an order for me." At that moment, Google's entire advertising click business model will be existentially threatened. This is the real battle of intent. So where will this ghost take us? This is really a question. There are basically 2 paths in the future. The first path is the revolution path, an icon, less operating system. This is the fastest revolution that can be achieved, called an AI native operating system. Imagine that when your computer or mobile phone boots up, there are no icons, no folders. There is only a dialog box that says, "Welcome back. Your design process was paused yesterday. Do you need me to continue from where you left off?" You don't need to open Word, Photoshop, browser. You just need to express your intention, and the operating system will dynamically generate the interface you need. This is not science fiction. Google is already prototyping a neural operating system. The second path is the destruction path, the end of privacy and a regulatory nightmare. This sounds beautiful, but what is the cost? The first cost, privacy. Proactive AI must rely on massive datasets, including user history, real-time background, and environmental data to operate. This is too scary. Do you remember OpenAI's data breach scandal in 2023? Later court documents even revealed that even if users clicked delete, OpenAI would still retain that data, which is called surface deletion. So you understand what the Atlas browser's browser memory function is for, right? Because OpenAI can no longer secretly retain data. They are now openly asking you to opt in through Atlas. They cleverly repackaged a serious privacy violation into a product feature. The second cost, market manipulation. The US Federal Trade Commission has already started to take action. They are most afraid of two things. One is algorithmic collusion. Imagine if the AI agents of several companies secretly conspired to raise prices in places we can't see. The second is gatekeepers. This is what the FTC is most worried about. If one company controls all data entry points, it can suppress or distort competition. An AI that can guide and anticipate our needs is the perfect tool to achieve such manipulation. Okay, friends, let's summarize. The Ghost project is not only real, but also the inevitable next stop in computing. It is not a product, it is an ecosystem. Atlas, which is data, Pulse, which is output, and agent mode, which is action. Its goal is to transform AI from a passive servant into an active partner, and in this battle of intent, launch an existential attack on Google's search monopoly. We are at a crossroads. On one side is the efficiency revolution of AI-native operating systems. On the other, an opaque, manipulative gatekeeper. What is hindering the Ghost is no longer technology. The key to winning this war lies in two new battlefields. Trust, that is, whether we dare to give it the final click, and regulation, that is, whether the FTC will put it in a cage. The Ghost is no longer a rumor, it is already in the machine.